Hey everyone, I'm Marco from Crunchy Data, and in this video I'm going to give you a demo of the new Crunchy Bridge for Analytics. And our goal with Bridge for Analytics is to make it easy to query and interact with your data lake from PostgreSQL to do analytics. So it's currently available on Crunchy Bridge, so you can go and create an analytics cluster. And an analytics cluster is a managed Postgres server, but with extra extensions and components and a very fast cache drive. So when I create one, I'll be asked for credentials to access my S3 buckets. Currently it's available on AWS. In the future we'll add other cloud providers as well. Now, the problem we're trying to solve with Bridge for Analytics is this. Like, let's say I have a large file or large files in S3, and I want to query that using Postgres because that's my favorite tool. I have a lot of integrations around it. But to do that, I'd have to download the file, which is slow, convert it to a format that Postgres can import, figure out how to create the table, load the data into that table, and then run queries. And every step currently on Postgres is either slow or tedious. But fortunately, my Bridge for Analytics cluster is ready, so let's go try it out. When I connect and I look at the extensions, I can see there's a few extra Crunchy extensions, and the most important is probably the Crunchy Lake Analytics one. So what I can do with that is create a foreign table where the server is Crunchy Lake Analytics. I don't specify columns, I just specify the URL of my file. And immediately I can see all the columns and all the types were inferred from the metadata of this file. I don't have to load the data. I can immediately start querying it, and the queries are going to be really fast because part of the query is delegated to a sort of vectorized multi-threaded query engine. So I can run fast analytical queries on this data. In the background, the file is also cached on an NVMe drive to make the queries extra fast. I am not just limited to Parquet files. Let's do it with a CSV file. This is actually a .text file, but I can say that the format is CSV. In this case, I do specify the columns because there's no header in the CSV file. Now, CSV is not as optimized for analytics, so when I do this count query, it's going to take a little bit longer than with Parquet, but still I could count 1 billion rows in about 4 seconds. At least this file is already cached. Now let's do the actual 1 billion row challenge. So that's where this file is from. So this calculates a few statistics with grouping and order by, and it does it in about 7.5 seconds on 16V cores, which is very competitive. Now, Bridge for Analytics is not just about querying my data lake. I can also actually write into my data lake very easily from Postgres. For example, I want to run this query and then write the result into S3 as new line delimited JSON. I can just do copy to s3.json. And then I can give this file to another application. I could create another foreign table. I can actually also very easily import into a regular table or a temporary table using some new options that we added to the create table statement. And I can also load additional data into an existing table using the copy statement just by doing copy from and then a URL. So this gives you a sort of Swiss Army knife to query and interact with your data lake from PostgreSQL.